You okay, Member Artinger? We can wait if we need
No,
to.
I'm good. Sorry to be a problem this morning. I'm good. I just received it. Thank you.
No problem. No problems whatsoever. Okay, we'll get started here. Good morning. My name is John Von Paris, and I'm the chairman of the MDTA Finance and Administration Committee. I hereby call the meeting of the Finance and Administration Committee to order at 9 a.m. In accordance with the live streaming law, this meeting is being conducted via video conference and is being live streamed on the MDTA Finance and Administration Committee webpage. All members will have their video active during the entirety of the meeting. To minimize background noise during the call, I would ask that everyone on the line please mute your phones except when speaking. I ask that those who are presenting or answering a question to please turn your video and audio on when speaking. When you are done, please turn your video off and put your audio on mute. There are no members of the public, no elected officials, and no media who have pre-registered to comment at this morning's meeting. At this time, we will begin with agenda item number 1, the approval of the March 13th open meeting minutes. Is there a motion to approve as presented?
So moved, Member Rosen.
Thank you, Member Rosen. Is there a second?
Second, Member Carroll.
Member Carroll. Is there any further discussion? If not, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The minutes are hereby approved, and we will move on to agenda item number 2, contract number MT00211389. Christina Guy is here to present. Good morning, Christina. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine. And you?
Fine, thank you.
Okay. So my name is Christina Guy, and I will be the contract manager for contract MT00211389 for HVAC and ATC maintenance and repairs for MDTA Central Region. The vendor will be responsible for furnishing all labor, materials, supplies, equipment, supervision, service, and related incidentals for HVAC, ATC maintenance and repair, and water treatment services. The work will be performed under this contract at MDTA's BHT, FMT, FSK, and Point Breeze facilities. The low bid was submitted by Denver ALEC in the amount of $2,260,813. Therefore, we are recommending award of this contract to Denver ALEC. Denver ALEC holds the current HVAC contract for MDTA Central Region, Northern Region, WPL, and ICC facilities. This contract is for 3-year base and an additional 2-year renewal period. Notice to proceed is anticipated for June 8th, 2025. Okay, thank you. And that's it.
Thank you.
Mhm.
And does anyone have any of the members have any questions? Member Artinger? No, okay. Anyone else? Alrighty, is there a motion to advance this item to the full board for approval?
Member Artinger also move.
Thank you, Member Artinger. Is there a second?
Second, member Rosen.
Thank you, Member Rosen. Is there any further discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Thank you very much for Ms. Guy for your presentation this morning.
You're welcome.
Okay, we will move on to the next item, number 3. And that is, and Tony Cachera is here. This is contract number MT00211392. And Tony, you're up. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Can you hear me correctly? I'm having some video issues.
I hear you loud and clear. Is
Oh,
everyone
great.
else? Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Pardon the video. I don't understand that. My name is Tony Cachera, and I will be the contract manager for contract MT00211392 for HVAC and ATC maintenance and repairs for MDTA's ICC facility. The vendor will be responsible for furnishing all labor, materials, supplies, equipment, supervision, services, and related incidentals for HVAC or HVAC, ATC maintenance and repair services. The work to be performed under this contract is for MDTA's ICC facility. The low bid was submitted by Denver ALEC in the amount of $1,029,298. Therefore, we are recommending award of this contract to Denver ALEC. Denver ALEC holds a current HVAC contract for the MDTA Central Region, Northern Region, WPL, and ICC facilities. This contract is for 3 base years and an optional 2-year renewal period. NTP is anticipated for June 8th, 2025. Please let me know if you have any questions, and thank you.
Okay, thank you, Tony.
Thank you.
Are there any questions?
Yeah, just one question. Why are we, is there a reason that why we're splitting these up into separate contracts? I know it looks like the same services just for multiple facilities. I think we do combine them for other types of services.
I can answer that. So normally we do, however, with the MBE goals, our CRFP office thought it would be better to split them up. So we actually split them into 5 separate contracts. We did our northern and central regions each separate, and then one for ICC, one for the Bay Bridge, and one for Nice Bridge.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Any other questions? Just a comment, the incumbent, this company is the incumbent, and also I guess their work has been satisfactory. Their performance has been satisfactory.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. All right, well, thank you. Is there a motion to advance this item to the full board for consideration?
So moved, Member Carroll.
Thank you, Member Carroll. Is there a second?
Second, member Rosen.
Thank you, Member Rosen. Any further discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? This motion carries. Thank you very much. Tony, thank you. We will move on to the next item. Item number 4, contract number MT 0211-391. And Carol Hicks is here to present. Good morning, Carol.
Good morning and thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Carol Hicks and I'm going to be the contract manager for contract MT 00211-391 for HVAC and ATC maintenance and repairs for MDTA's WPL facility. The vendor will be responsible for furnishing all labor, materials, supplies, equipment, supervision, services, and related incidentals for HVAC, ATC maintenance, and repair and water treatment services. The work will be performed under this contract at the MDTA's WPL facility. The low bid was submitted by Denver ALEC in the amount of $1,111,523. Therefore, we are recommending award of this contract to Denver ALEC. Denver ALEC holds the current HVAC contract for the MDTA Central Region, Northern Region, WPL, and ICC facilities. This contract is also for a 3-year base term and has an optional 2-year renewal period. The NTP is anticipated for June the 8th, 2025. And please note that there is a pending bid protest from Patapsco Mechanical Services. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol.
You're quite welcome.
Are there any questions?
Member Carroll with a question.
Member Carroll.
Carol, do you know the nature of the protest? Is it?
I do, but I believe procurement's going to answer that question.
Hi, yes. Good
Okay.
morning, Jeff Davis from Procurement. Good morning, members of the Finance Administration Committee. After preparing the documents for this bid, for this submittal to Finance, we received a protest from a rejected firm. Carol's notes should have reflected that we did reject a firm for being not responsive. They were not able to provide the minimum qualifications that we were looking for on the bid. They have since protested. We decided that it would be in the best interest to keep this on Finance Committee so we don't lose any time. We will be rendering a decision if we deny the protest. We'd like to keep it on for authority. If we end up upholding the protest, we will pull it from authority and bring it back to Finance once a bid decision, an award decision has been made. Did you have any questions on that? I'm more than happy to update the committee once a decision has been made by our group. And I do not intend to take it to authority if a decision has not been rendered yet. But looking at the progress of our response, I believe we will have it out this week to the vendor.
Thank you both.
Okay. Any other questions? Jeff, thank you for, Member Artinger.
I'm sorry, Jeff. So I just want to understand how this works as it proceeds, since there is now a bid protest. I'm assuming the material that we've received will be amended, will show the bid protest?
Yes, so the bid protest came after the materials were submitted. Yeah, I'm not familiar with the amendment process for your documentation, but we can definitely make sure that that gets updated for you. What was another question? Did you have another question?
I guess I'm just trying to understand this. So if we go ahead and approve it today, but the bid protest goes forward, what does that mean?
Well, so we are at a position where we need to determine if we're going to deny the protest or uphold the protest. If we uphold the protest, we will need to revisit the bids and determine who the successful bidder may be. If we deny the protester will have an option to appeal. If no appeal is filed, then we consider the matter closed and we're able to move forward to award.
And our vote, how does our vote impacted by that?
Your vote would not be impacted. So if you were to vote today to move forward in the face of the protest, that protest decision will be resolved prior to authority. If you choose not to vote today, we can bring it back at the next meeting when we have a definitive response. But your vote will not be invalid in any way. You are voting in the face of a protest. If this were the final vote, we caution against doing that unless it's an essential service. Since this is the first vote, I felt it was best to, if we're able to deny the protest, we don't lose any time in awarding these services.
Understood.
But your vote will not be invalidated or anything like that.
All right. Thank you.
And I'll get with finance and we'll figure out how to update your paperwork, and we'll make sure the minutes reflect this discussion and the our plan of action.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Member Artinger, are there any other questions? Okay. Thank you, Jeff, for clarifying that, and we will request if there's a motion to approve this item.
Member Artinger also move.
Thank you, Member Artinger. Is there a second?
Second, Member Carroll.
Carol, thank you. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? This motion is carries. Thank you very much. Mr. Carol, thank you. And Jeff, thank you. Okay.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yep, thanks. We will move on to agenda item number 5, MDTA Resolution 25-01, Series 2025 bonds. And we have Alan, Kevin, and y'all here to present this morning. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. My name is Yaberko, and I'll be presenting item number 5 today. I'm the debt administrator for the Maryland Transportation Authority. We are seeking a delegated authority to begin a financing process. This resolution that we're presenting allows us to start the process of engaging bond counsel and the rating agencies. And we are requesting the recommendation of the Finance Committee to present the MDTA Board Resolution 2501 to the full board for approval. This resolution authorizes the issuance of $600 million of bonds to finance capital projects in fiscal 2026. This financing is expected before December 31st, 2025, and will be sized to account for the capital program net operating revenues, bond premiums, debt service reserve funding, and cost of issuance. The sizing containing this resolution is based on the most recent official forecast that was approved by the board in November 2024. A more precise number will be known in the coming months based on the realized fiscal 25 capital spending and updated information incorporated in the CTP for fiscal 2026. We will come up with an updated amendment where we have the final numbers to the committee. There are two, the resolution contains the following limiting and reporting provisions. The limit for this resolution, this first resolution, is $600 million, and then the bond sale date should be no later than December 31st. And it also provides a reporting provision for the executive director and the CFO to update the board, the committee and the board when this happens. We recommend that management request that the finance committee's concurrence and recommendation to move to the full board for approval of the municipal financing resolution. If you have any questions, we're here to answer.
Okay. Are there any questions from any of the members? Okay. I do have a question. We're issuing more debt. And I know the bond cap was moved up to $4 billion, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I guess based on the we had the most recent approved forecast, I think in November, will the additional 600 million fall under the bond cap during the duration of the forecasted period?
Yeah, I can take that question. This is Alan Garman. Yeah, the financial forecast approved by the board in November modeled about 2 billion in financings, and we would remain under the 4 billion bond cap through the program period, the 6-year program period.
Okay. Quick answers. Thank you. Good. Thank you.
I just have just a question. So is the amount that we're going to need within this 600 million, is any of that dependent on the disposition of funds from the federal government for the Key Bridge and any funds we're expecting from them?
Yeah, I think everything that was known at the time in November was incorporated into the forecast. So it includes, the capital program and federal funding coming in. So that was all modeled in the forecast that was approved by the board.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Don't see any more questions. Is there a motion to advance this item to the full board for approval?
Member Rosen moved for approval.
Thank you, Member Rosen. Is there a second?
I'll second that, Member Carroll.
Carol, any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? This motion is carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have gone through all the approval items, and we have the last 3 items on the agenda are updates. The first item number 6, the update on our strategic plan, and Sarah Clifford is here. Hi, Sarah. Good morning. And by the way, I just want to say thank you all those on the last agenda item for your participation. So thank you, Alan and Gal, and also Kevin. Thank you. And good morning, Ms. Clifford. How are you?
I'm doing well. Good morning. Good morning. For the record, my name is Sarah Clifford, Director of Office of Strategy and Employee Engagement. I will be providing an update on the MDTA strategic plan. In May of 2024, we received approval for the MDTA strategic plan. Since May, the Office of Strategy and Employee Engagement has been sharing the plan with MDTA employees and developed a comprehensive rollout. The rollout fully kicked off in November of 2024 with an all-day collaboration meeting called the Huddle. This meeting focused on a common theme that MDTA is one team, which is woven throughout the MDTA strategic plan, as well as developing strategies to support the strategic plan goals. Employees were placed in four teams, each linked to a strategic plan goal. To begin the huddle, we heard from Member Carroll about the importance and benefits of teamwork. Once the goal teams were identified, each group was asked to discuss their goal, develop a team name, vote on a coach, develop 3 to 5 strategies and actions, and report out to the whole group. Each goal team is championed by a chief. The team names for the goal team. So our first goal is prioritize people in all we do. Their team name is P2, and they're championed by Percy Dangerfield. The second goal, expand our reputation as a national leader. Their team name is the Legends, and they are championed by Richard Hermiro and Jim Harkness. Our third goal, demonstrate financially sound and fiscally responsible decision-making. Their team name is the Washington Capitalists, and they are championed by Deborah Sharpless. Our fourth goal, ensure the safety and security of our employees, customers, and facilities. Their team name is the Hall Monitors, and they are championed by Colonel Scott. Since November, the goal teams have been meeting bi-weekly to monthly, working on several strategies. A few of the accomplishments for each goal team. For P2, they've conducted site visits at all MDTA facilities, learning which methods are best for communicating with employees. They've also been working with HR to have strategic plans handed out during NEO, which are new employee orientation, for all new employees. The Legends, they have developed a list of all industry associations, organizations which MDTA has members, and are working with the Office of Communications and Marketing to develop an intranet page for employees to learn more about. They will also be hosting a lunch and learn in April about IBTTA. The Washington Capitalists have been reviewing different opportunities for cost-saving initiatives and utilizing available technology applications to improve processes, and they are identifying additions to the knowledge management repository system. Our hall monitors have been working with HR to add safety and security training into NEO. They have also been updating safety posters and rolled out a quarterly safety newsletter. So in addition, the goal teams continue to work on additional strategies, and they provide a 30, 60, and 90-day verbal report. And with the goal teams established, the next step is to focus on initiatives listed in the roadmap. There are 16 initiatives, which are key focus areas or projects for MDTA. And during the monthly leadership roundtable, updates on 1 or 2 initiatives are being provided. In March, there was an update on the knowledge management program and reviewing updating procedures from the Office of Strategy and Employee Engagement. Within the next several months, the Office of Strategy and Employee Engagement plans to present to the Executive Director a list of potential performance metrics which relate to the goals and initiatives in the strategic plan. The metrics will populate an MDTA dashboard or balanced scorecard. Are there any questions?
I don't see any hands up, so Sarah, thank you.
Thank you.
And we have a lot of good people on that committee, and we even had member Carol talk about teamwork, so it's very good. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. We'll move on to the next item, item number 7, and that is safety and risk management, an update from Percy and Terica. Good morning.
And I just went through all that with my mic on mute. Let me start over. Good morning, Chair, members of the committee. My name is Percy Dangerfield, Chief Administrative Officer for Maryland Transportation Authority. I'm here today with the Office of Environment, Safety, and Risk Management leadership team. This team is led by Mr. Paul Trundich, and the OESMR team is also one of the units within the Department of Administration. So they're going to update the committee today about some incredible programs, some things they're doing in support of the employees that work here with respect to safety and environmental services. So I will stop there and turn it over to Paul and or Terica. Thank you.
Thank you, Percy. Terica is going to begin with her presentation. So thank you.
Good morning, all. Thank you again for this time to be able to present to you. My name is Terica Coleman-Moore, and I am the Chief of Safety and Risk Management within the Office of Environment, Safety, and Risk Management. I'd like to share with you the various programs that the Safety and Risk Management Office handles. We ensure employees with injuries are reported timely and accurately via the MDTA Safety Software Management System called STEAM, which stands for Safety, Teamwork, Excellence, Action Management System. We have a review board, and we review and investigate all accidents involving MDTA vehicles to determine the preventability. We provide annual training to Division of Operations personnel on select safety topics, and we also host a monthly driver improvement training, also known as DIP, which is held in person the last Friday of every month. In conjunction with the Injured Workers Insurance Fund, we collaborate on work injury case management identification to identify the temporary modified duty assignments, return to work or return to duty coordination in an effort to get our employees healed and back to work as soon as possible. The Safety Office develops and implements new programs focusing on employee safety. And just to name a few programs we handle: chemical management, bloodborne pathogens, hazard communication, which I will speak more on a little later. Heat illness prevention, which is a new program resulting from a law that came into effect last year, and we also speak on electric safety. My team performs safety evaluations and assessments at the various MDTA facilities. We conduct injury accident investigations, and we assist with assessments conducted by outside agencies to include Maryland Occupational Safety and Health. My team also oversees the program that administers the testing for random drug and alcohol testing, reasonable suspicion, post-accident, return to duty, and follow-up drug and alcohol testing. We do a lot. We also ensure that we support each facility. We meet monthly to get employee involvement in the environmental safety committees. And this allows the safety office, the Safety and Environment Office, to provide a more hands-on approach to conduct meetings involving safety issues. We also conduct an annual June Safety Month event, which I'll also speak on later, and we've developed safety-related content distributed to the MDTA employees. As you know, we have a safety and health commitment statement. The Maryland Transportation Authority is committed to creating a workplace that is safe, healthy, and injury-free. Our employees are our most invaluable asset, and their safety and health is our first priority. Safety is essential to all business functions and is never compromised under any circumstances. This statement is extremely important and placed as a priority. We share this safety statement at all new employee orientations, and we also review it time to time at the monthly meetings held at various facilities. Just to go back, I spoke about the environmental and safety committees. The slide goes a little more in detail. This slide goes a little more detail, and this is slide 5. We go out to each facility on a monthly basis. We team up with the environmental team, and we go and we speak about safety issues to include the upgrading of inventory, where it will assist employees working in a more safe manner. We go over basic training. We introduce new procedures. We talk about quarterly projects, which have included the updating of the chemical inventory list, and also, again, purchasing equipment that would lessen the chance of injuries. Moving on to slide 6, we talk about the safety data sheets, or the SDS, and I'm happy to share with you a new process that we have brought to MDTA. We have turned the SDS system, the SDS sheets, into a system that is more automated as a part of our hazardous communication plan that I mentioned a little earlier. It is now electronic. A safety data sheet contains information on all chemicals that are used by employees, specifically any hazards and first aid associated with exposure that you can find on these sheets to assist employees. Previously, there were all paper sheets, and they were kept in a large binder that was housed at each facility. We now manage this through the e-binders, where they can be electronically maintained and assessed via QR code, which can be assessed via an employee's cell phone. And on the next slide, I have the QR code. So basically, an employee can go up to the QR code, which we actually printed these codes out and laminated and had them placed at different locations throughout facilities. They can scan this QR code using their cell phone and then follow the prompts to get to the safety data sheet for the particular chemical that they would like to see. And lastly, I mentioned earlier about our team participating in outreach initiatives, and we normally have a June Safety Month Expo, and we would normally have it in one centralized location. Well, what I learned last year, with it being my first Safety Expo, is that we had a great turnout, but I felt like a lot of employees didn't get to participate. So my team has decided to do a traveling expo, where we will go to each facility and we'll bring safety to them. This will allow more employees to participate. We've asked each facility to give us an idea of which safety topics that they wish to discuss. So we are currently doing research on those topics. We have two safety expos we have two safety expos already planned for the Northern region, and the ICC will be traveling to them in May. And we'll also see if we can get some vendors out just to give a more hands-on personal feel to what's going on at their specific facility. The primary theme this year is SLAM, where we stop, look, assess, and manage. In addition to our theme, again, we have the suggestions of leadership for more topics to go over. Thank you again for this opportunity to present. Are there any questions?
Any questions? Okay. I do have I have a question. Maybe
Yes.
Two quick questions. Electronic logging data on our heavy equipment like CDL drivers. We have that. I'm sure we have that. The logging on. Do we have that installed, right? I'm sure we do. Some logging.
For the
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I think more we have pre and post trip inspections that we're required to do. So once again, I'm sorry, I apologize, members. My name is Paul Trundich. I'm the Director of Environment, Safety, and Risk Management here at the agency. As far as I believe electronic logging, those are for more over-the-road trucking applications rather than our applications here of our maintenance vehicles. I'm not aware that we're responsible for maintaining those logs, but we are responsible for maintaining logs for the pre and post trip inspections to make sure the vehicles are worthy before they're out on the roads. And that currently also is in a paper format. And Terica's team is evaluating a similar application where we can convert that paper inspection into an electronic inspection process that is accessible via QR codes, and everything can be accomplished via a state-issued cell phone for the driver. So that we are evaluating that as we speak. We have a similar pilot type application that we use for the state vehicles in our pool fleet for our office, OESRM, which seems to be working well, and we're looking to see how we can certainly roll that out on a more expanded scale to operations, and that's currently under evaluation, and hopefully we can report that back to you at a future meeting.
And do we have cameras that forward end into the cab or not? You know?
That would be a fleet management question. I don't believe we do at this time. I know it's been evaluated, but I don't think we have any of those installed currently in our vehicles. But we could certainly follow up with fleet and report back to the committee.
And I guess on the hours of service question, sort of on the data on the logs, I guess where this probably comes into play more so with our organization, meaning MDTA. Is when there's like an emergency or a snow event, people are out and I guess watching and monitoring their hours of service when they're doing work over and beyond in an emergency situation, and there might be some exemptions there. But I just was curious to that. The other question I have, we were very interested in, this is a big topic for me, risk management. The other thing is, we're out there when there's an emergency, we have our chart vehicles, and in terms of safety, working with and training with the first responders in different jurisdictions to better deal with some of the risks associated with the when there's an emergency, and we're working with the first responders to have some training and to not only help us, but help the first responders too, in protecting them when there's an accident and they have people flying by and all that. So I'm sure we have a lot of training going on there. Just curious. But interacting with first responders, I think would be if we're not doing that, I think that would be very good. It's just a comment.
Yeah, and from time to time, yes, sir, we do have tabletop exercises where we bring in the local jurisdictions, and that's a coordinated effort, as you've mentioned, not just with OESRM, but with fleet, with our AOC members to assist with the coordination of that effort. We have certainly a robust training program for our employees that are on the road through maintenance of traffic to make sure whatever work zones, either temporary work zones or responding to emergency, that the work zones are being established in a way to access the ability to assist to address the incident, but do so in a way that we're providing the most protection to not only for our employees, but certainly when we're on a roadside scene, we do get assistance from local jurisdictions, fire, hazmat, ambulance. So there is coordination, and we certainly follow the MUTCD rules for maintenance of traffic as we're establishing those work zones to make it as a safe as working environment as possible.
Yeah, I think that's great. And I feel several months ago, we had in Harford County, we had, there was a police cruiser that was hit. I think it may have been Maryland State Police. I'm not sure if it was ours or not. And then one of our chart trucks was struck, and it was both of them were, I don't know if they were totaled or not, but I think they were. But it's very dangerous work, and they probably saved lives. Positioning of those trucks could have very well saved some lives that evening.
Most definitely.
Yeah, so I think that's just something, if we're proactive there, I mentioned that for the good of the order here. So thank you very much, Paul. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Let's see. Terica, thank you. And Percy, thank you. And Terica, I'm going to work on getting your name right. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it.
Understood.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, very good. Thank you very much for your presentation. Any other comments from any of the board members before we move on? Okay, I don't see any hands up, so we'll move on. Again, thank you, Paul, and everyone. We'll move on. The last item on the agenda here is the environmental compliance overview. Haley Thomas is here to present. Good morning, Haley. Let's see.
Good morning. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi. Good morning. My name's Haley Thomas. I'm the environmental manager for the Office of Environment, Safety, and Risk Management. I would like to start with a brief overview of our environmental compliance programs. For our waste management program, we ensure the proper storage, transportation, and disposal of hazardous and non-hazardous waste generated by our agency's activities, including construction projects. For our recycling program, we establish programs for the recycling of all appropriate items generated by MDTA activities. For example, paper, cardboard, scrap metal, scrap rubber, used oil. We have an inspection program where we perform environmental evaluations, investigations, and assessments. So our office conducts quarterly inspections of our agency's facilities. And we also support outside agencies during their inspections. For example, Maryland Department of the Environment. And additionally, we maintain a third-party facility auditing program. For our fuel oil storage tank management program, we ensure all fuel oil storage tank systems, above ground and underground, are operational and compliant with regulations. We support tank investigations and testing activities and assist with tank repairs, upgrades, and replacements. And within this, we maintain close coordination with a statewide fueling contractor. We also have a training program where we conduct annual hazardous waste and spill prevention training for Division of Operations personnel and coordinate training from outside vendors when necessary. Lastly, our employee education and outreach program. It's where we conduct our annual Earth Day event, support the annual facility recycling awards, and develop environmental related content distributed throughout the MDTA employees. Now, I am pleased to share with you an exciting initiative our office has undertaken to improve both the efficiency and cost effectiveness of our street sweeping and waste disposal operations. By supporting the agency's stormwater management program, which also keeps our roadways safer and more aesthetically pleasing, the Division of Operations maintains a comprehensive street sweeping program. Fort McHenry Tunnel facility is the staging area for the Central Region's collected sweeper dirt debris. Now, previously, we contracted out the transportation of sweeper dirt. However, average costs from multiple contractors were high, and they struggle to keep up with the disposal demands due to the constant accumulation of sweeper dirt. Now, an opportunity to reduce costs was recognized, and we collaborated with the Fort McHenry Tunnel facility to implement a new sweeper dirt disposal process. Now, for this new process, the Fort McHenry Tunnel personnel, they fill the dump trucks with sweeper dirt and transport the waste to the Quarantine Road landfill for disposal. Each truck is weighed before and after the disposal process, and the landfill provides a weight ticket to the driver. Now, the Fort McHenry Tunnel facility then submits the weight tickets to our office, and these tickets provide the tonnage of the disposed material, which we use for tracking purposes. Now, if you're looking at slide 5, it states we saved $75,000 in less than 6 months at the Central Region with the new sweeper dirt process that started September 2024 and ran through the end of February, equaling 361 tons of sweeper dirt disposed of. Now, the old process would have totaled $99,997, and the new and improved way equal to $24,367. Now, I'm pleased to share another update. As of to this date, so September 2024 through the end of March 2025, 452 tons have been disposed through the end of March. So that's 7 months with our new process. And that equals to over $94,000 saved. So the old process would have totaled to over $125,000, and the new improved way is $30,510. Now, given the success of this process, our office worked with the Northern Region, and they adopted the same approach. The new process, which started in early February this year, a total of 101 tons of sweeper dirt was disposed of. Now, the old way would have totaled 31,320, and the new and approved way is 12,711. So this slide is now updated again. So we saved 18,000 for those 2 months of February and March of this year. Now, this collaboration effort has resulted in significant cost savings for the agency, as well as providing the flexibility for disposing sweeper dirt on the facility schedule without having to rely on the availability of the contractors. Now, my next highlight I'd like to discuss is our recycling program. In accordance with the Maryland Recycling Act, the agency collects paper, cardboard products, bottles, cans, batteries, and other universal waste, rubber, toner, and printer cartridges from our office and lunchroom settings, along with many other materials from our automotive and maintenance shops. Our office tracks all of our recycling, which is entered into the annual All-State Agencies Recycle Report. We call it the All-Star Report. And I'm pleased to announce that the agency's Maryland Recycling Act rate for 2024 is at 26.5%, which is 3.3% higher than last year. As you can see on slide 6, over the past 5 years, there's an overall upward trend in our recycling rates. Our team is focused on reducing our waste streams, reusing materials where feasible, and recycling what can be made into new products. Now, the last highlight I'd like to discuss that is part of our education and outreach program is our Earth Day Fair. The fair consists of multiple vendors that set up information booths during the event where people can visit freely. The Earth Day Fair was held at the Baltimore Harbor Tunnel Facility Truck Bay last year with tremendous help and coordination of operations and maintenance. The Earth Day Fair is where our agency announces the recycling contest awards for highest overall rate and the greatest increase from last year. Now, slide 8 has a few pictures from last year's Earth Day. Last year, the Harry Nice Thomas Middleton Bridge won Most Improved. They raised their recycling rate from 21% in 2022 to 27.1% in 2023. For the 2023 Earth Day Fair, John F. Kennedy Maintenance 1 facility won the award for the highest overall recycling rate of any MDTA facility. Their overall recycling rate was 31.5%. Now, by working together with maintenance and operations, the Earth Day Fair has been a great success. A few behind-the-scene items include the Division of Operations personnel helping with the shuttle services, ensuring we have enough chairs and tables, and providing us with their facility for the event. This is just another example of offices collaborating for the benefit of the entire agency. Does anybody have any questions?
Anyone? Okay. Thank you very much, Ellie. It was very informative, and I really enjoyed hearing it. And
Thank you for letting me present.
saving money on the sweeper dirt. That's pretty interesting too. So
Thank you.
great report. Thank you. Okay, well, we have covered everything on the agenda. Before we break, I want to thank everyone who participated today and everyone who put the information together, assembled all this information in advance of the meeting. And I thought it was a productive meeting. And now we need a motion to adjourn. Is there a motion?
So moved, Member Carroll.
Thank you, Member Carroll. Is there a second?
Member Ardinger, I'll second.
Thank you, Member Ardinger. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We stand adjourned. Thank you all very much.
Have a great day, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.